Alvin Kamara has quickly soared to stardom in the NFL after just his first 2 seasons in the league. After spending 2 years at the University of Tennessee, where he showed his abilities to both run and catch, having a total of 1,977 combined yards and 23 total touchdowns in 24 games. Entering the draft, Kamara was projected to be a 2nd or 3rd round pick by NFL.com, with writer Lance Zierlein stating, "Vision can be hit or miss, not an instinctive runner," when describing Kamara. After a very average combine where he ran a 4.56 40-yard dash, had 15 reps on the bench and put up a 39.5-inch vertical jump, Kamara slipped to the Saints with the 67th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. This matchup with Sean Payton could not have been a better place for Kamara to go, where his talents have been fully utilised in this Saints offense, with Kamara putting up 1,611 rushing yards, 1,535 receiving yards, and 55 return yards along with 32 total touchdowns in just his first 2 years. Kamara won Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2017 and was named second-team All-Pro in the same year, while also having 2 bowl selections in his 2 years in the league. But before Kamara became the defensive nightmare he is today, there were 4 running backs taken before him in the draft. So let's see who these running backs were and how their careers have turned out so far. The first running back that was taken before Kamara was Leonard Fournette at pick number 4 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. With no true number 1 running back heading into the 2017 season, the Jaguars saw Leonard Fournette as the guy they needed to carry their offense forward. After a storied career at LSU and a solid combine performance, it made sense for the Jaguars to go with Leonard Fournette. However, this hasn't turned out the way they planned. Fournette missed 3 games in his rookie year due to injury and violation of team rules, but still put up 1,040 yards on the ground with 9 touchdowns, but only averaged 3.9 yards per carry. He also has 302 receiving yards and a touchdown during the 2017 season. Fournette's second season was worse than his first, where he missed 8 games for a number of reasons and only put up 439 rushing yards at 3.3 yards per carry and 5 touchdowns. His receiving numbers also dropped to 185 yards and 1 touchdown. So far, after 2 years, Fournette has 1,479 rushing yards at 3.7 yards per carry and 14 touchdowns to go along with 487 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Looking back at this, will the Jaguars still take Fournette over Kamara? Well, the stats say that they should have taken Kamara, but I believe the Jags still go with Fournette based on the fact that they were looking for a running back that they could lean on in the run game, and Kamara was not this guy. Kamara's skill set will not have fit the Jaguars system as well as it did with the Saints system, which is why the Jags still go with Fournette at pick 4. The second running back taken in the 2017 draft was Christian McCaffrey at pick 8 to the Carolina Panthers. McCaffrey has a very similar skill set to that of Kamara, but because he was used more in college and had a better chance to showcase his versatile skill set, he was selected with the 8th pick in the draft. So far, after 2 seasons, McCaffrey's turned into everything the Panthers hoped he could be, as someone who they could just give the ball to and let him get the yards. After an average rookie year, we put up 435 rushing yards, 651 receiving yards, 220 return yards with 7 touchdowns. McCaffrey blossomed in year 2, where he really stepped into his role with the team. His sophomore season included him rushing for 1,098 yards and 7 touchdowns at 5 yards per carry to go along with 107 receptions with 867 yards and 6 touchdowns. After this spectacular season where he became the Panthers' record holder for all-purpose yards in the season, McCaffrey was named second-team All-Pro in 2018. After his first 2 years, McCaffrey has put up 1,533 rushing yards, 1,518 receiving yards, and 220 return yards with 20 total touchdowns. These numbers are very similar to those of Kamara. Would the Panthers still take McCaffrey over Kamara? I say they still do, based on the fact that, like the Jaguars, they were looking for a number 1 running back. While McCaffrey and Kamara are both very similar in terms of receiving, McCaffrey has proved himself as a better runner, which is why the Panthers choose him over Kamara. The third running back taken before Kamara was Dalvin Cook to the Vikings with the 41st pick. After a solid career at Florida State, where Cook proved himself as a great runner, compiling 4,464 yards at 6.5 yards per carry and 46 touchdowns. After a great start to his rookie season, where he had rushed for 354 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first 4 games, Cook suffered a torn ACL, ending his rookie season. He would return in his sophomore season but only played in 11 games, racking up 615 rushing yards at 4.6 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns, to go along with 305 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. So far in his career, Cook has rushed for 969 yards at 4.7 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns, to go along with 395 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. While he has shown flashes of his potential, like when he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 15 of the 2018 season, I think that the Vikings go with Kamara over Cook if they get a second chance. Kamara has proven himself to have a similar running ability to Cook, but his receiving abilities would be very useful in the Vikings offense. The fourth running back taken in the draft before Kamara was Joe Mixon at pick 48 to the Bengals. Mixon was believed by some experts to be a late first-round talent, but due to prior incidents he fell into the second round. His rookie season wasn't all that great, as he appeared in 14 games and had 626 rushing yards at 3.5 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns. In his second year, Mixon appeared in 14 games again, but this time he flashed his potential, putting up 1,168 yards rushing at 4.9 yards per carry and 8 touchdowns, to go along with 296 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. His rushing yards led all of the AFC, showing that Mixon has the ability to be a star running back in this league. If the Bengals got to go to the draft again, however, I believe they go with Kamara because of what he can bring to the receiving game while still putting up the big numbers like Mixon on the ground. His versatility would help lighten up what can be sometimes quite a dead Bengals offense. Kamara has proven himself to be one of the stars of the league and one of the best at his position, leading the way for a new wave of dual-threat running backs. While Kamara did get very lucky to end up on the Saints in a system that best knew how to use his talents, I believe that most teams would be happy to have them as their first or second string running back. His abilities and versatility make him a nightmare for defenses, and we should still continue to see growth out of Kamara as he turns into that true number one running back for the Saints. Anyway guys, hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you did. Drop any video suggestions down in the comments below. I'll be responding to all comments. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. It means a lot. Anyway guys, hope you did enjoy. I'll see you all later. Peace out.